Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shakera, and here on this channel I love to make content about your hair, how to love your hair, and how to love yourself. In today's video I'll be talking all about my DIY Microlocs extensions. I'm super excited that I finally have completed the installation process. Guys, we have so much to talk about regarding this hair, so let's get into it. I'm going to be having 4 separate sections in this video. The second section will be a lock count. The third section will be a Q&A while I get my hair together. And the fourth section is going to be what to expect on my channel moving forward. I am Jamaican. I love to make content and be creative. I also have 2 other channels, namely Shakera Sinclair and Art with Ash. And also, I believe in God. So don't be surprised if you see me pop in once or twice with a scripture. You know, it keeps me going, and I hope that it would be encouraging for those watching my video. Anyways, moving into section 2, I would love to do a lock count. A lot of people have been curious about how many locks I may have, and I'm also curious about how many locks I have. I do not know how many locks I have. I actually stopped counting at 616. Here's the evidence. I remember at one point I was keeping track of the installation process in my phone, but I honestly just stopped counting after 616. So I would love to do a count of my locks, and let's do it together. Alright y'all, so some of the stuff that we're going to be using for this portion of the video. I might need a water bottle, spray bottle. I might need some rose water, which I use to moisturize my hair. And some miel oil. I know a lot of people don't say use oil on your hair, especially when you have locks that are newly installed or whatever, but I'm grown and I do what I want. And also it works for me. Do what works for you. That's the rule I follow. Okay guys, so the plan is actually to comb my hair while I do the lock count for you guys. Okay, hi guys, so I'm back. I've officially counted my locks. I'm about to add up all of the sections that I took note of, and I'm so excited to find out how many locks I have. That whole process of counting and twisting them this small took probably like an hour and some change, but you know, I'm happy I got it done, happy I got it out the way. I know a lot of people are excited to like find out how many locks I actually have, so let's do it. I'm not gonna lie, like halfway through the process, y'all, I was ready to just say, you know what, I don't need to know how many. But I kept going because I'm like, you can't start something and not finish something. So here's my calculator. Okay, so all the numbers are entered in, and let's see what we come up with. I'm gonna press the equal. Oh my goodness, y'all, that is actually crazy. I was on point. Like my guess originally was like 700, to be honest. Like 1 lock off. That's insane. That is insane. I don't know if I could have accidentally missed out on 1 or 2 locks. It's possible, y'all. I was like literally, I was having the hardest time like maintaining the motivation to continue counting them. After a certain point I was just like, oh my goodness. And then I had to recount like 2 sections. That was insane. So we're gonna be moving on to the third section of the video, which is gonna be a mini Q&A session. So for this mini Q&A, I actually did not put it out there that I'm making a Q&A video, so I just generated like 6 questions that I think would be useful to answer in this video. If you guys are interested in me posting like Q&As in the future, let me know. And what questions do you have for me regarding my locks or me or my channel or life that you would want me to answer in an upcoming video? So question number 1 is, did you do them yourself and how hard was it? DIY, absolutely. I did these myself And how hard was it? Not very hard. If you have a history of braiding your own hair, it's really similar. Maybe as a side hobby, I would be interested in doing other people's hair, because in my family we have a history of combing other people's hair. There's a lot of hairstylists in my family, y'all. My mom also used to maintain locks for other people, and I used to watch her do it, and I was always curious about it. This question I had on my list was, how long did installation take? So I remember starting my hair on the 14th of April, and I think around that time it was spring break, right? And that process took about 2 weeks. I definitely had a lot of breaks in between, and each day I would try to do some of my hair, you know. It's just so much, it's only so many locks you can do in one day when it's this long and when it's this small. So I was also sick during the time, so I just didn't have like the wherewithal, but I did it, guys. I did it over the course of, say, about 2 weeks, and yeah, that's how long it took. What kind of hair did I use for the extensions? I used XC hair, and I find that this brand of hair is really good. It is also, I think, 100% human hair, so you're not using anything synthetic. And I think for that reason, yeah, the reason why I chose that brand of hair is because a lot of people were recommending it, and I saw a lot of great reviews. Would I recommend this for someone new to locks? Absolutely. Y'all, listen. My hair has gotten me so many compliments already, and I just installed these locks. Like, even if no one complimented these, I would still be so in love with them, because I love having the simplicity of a hairstyle that is not too much but it's pretty. And this is beautiful, especially when you have a fresh retie or anything like that. Oh yeah, it's gonna be coming out. And I find that the smaller the hair is, like the tinier the lock, the prettier it looks on me. I'm just saying, I love traditional locks because they're just so nice and beautiful. And like whenever I used to do my hair in twists, I would have a traditional lock size, like a medium size, but these are very tiny. And I find that the tiny locks, they just look really good for me. If you want to try locks like I have, go ahead and do it. There are probably gonna be a lot of videos out there coming up in the future to, you know, encourage you, but if you want to start now, don't wait till later. How do you maintain your Microlocs extensions? So far, I want to mention that it has been about a week of having my locks. It hasn't been that long. It's not even a full week of having them completely installed, but I have already washed my hair because it took about 2 weeks to actually comb it, and then to me my scalp was a little dry, so I was like, I'm gonna wash my hair. And I'm gonna explain why that worked out for me, because I know the recommendation is that you do not wash your locks when you just install them, and I do agree, especially if you use like a twist method. I would say, yeah, depending on the method that you install your hair with, you do not want to wash it. But the way that I installed my hair, washing it was perfectly fine. So I'm gonna tell y'all more about that. I also like to keep my locks hydrated. I know people are gonna say do not put moisture on your hair, but once again, the method that I used allows me to maintain my hair as though it's already been locked. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to worry about my hair falling out, my hair unraveling, my hair doing this, my hair doing that. I would absolutely recommend that y'all invest in one of these right here. This is like a solid lock girly product. I 100% recommend. Even like hair oil, I don't recommend you put a lot of hair oil in your hair, especially when you're just starting to lock your hair, because you don't want to like attract any dust particles to your hair. You want to make decisions for your hair based on your lifestyle, based on how your hair is communicating with you, not based off of some rubric someone is putting out there. Yes, you want to follow the guidelines provided by others, but in your following that guideline, have your own experience with your hair, because your hair is unique and it's talking to you, okay? So what method did I use to install my locks? I think this is the last question on our list. braided method, I would say. So usually whenever I comb my hair, I braid the root and I twist out the rest of it. But given my experience when I first locked my hair, because yes, I had locks before for a short amount of time and they were very tiny. That time I think I had about 548 locks, and yeah, it was crazy because the braided twisted method just is amazing. However, for that many locks that's that small, I can see how it became like a little problematic, especially when I was getting closer to retying it, because my twists were just unraveling, y'all. This, even if I didn't touch my hair, like that would have still been a problem. So I think like the smaller you get with your locks, the more ideal the braided method is gonna be, because you're gonna avoid the issue of your hair unraveling, creating frizz and all of that extra stuff. While you might like the concept of having volume, I think it's also good to weigh out like how much are you willing to put into your hair every single day, especially when it comes on to maintaining it whenever you need to retie it. So I would braid the hair completely. So what I did this time was I braided out the entire length of my locks, because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make life easier for myself this time. Plus it looks really pretty, it looks really consistent, and yeah, it's really nice. So the method that I use is just braiding the entire lock, and I also fed in the extensions. So the way that I did it was I braided the entire length of my natural hair, then I started adding in the extensions until I got to the length that I wanted. I do want to also insert another comment and say I have had a lot of people approach me and say, yo, I love your hair. Okay, sister locks. Like, a lot of people think I have sister locks. Y'all see how the grid sort of looks, or like the root? A lot of people think I have sister locks at this point, and it's actually a huge compliment, because like I did all of these myself. Hold on, Microlocs right here, you know? They're not professionally installed, but I installed them. And if I'm getting compliments on my hair like, yo, I love your sister locks, I must be doing something correctly. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for everyone who has complimented my hair, because that definitely boosted my self-confidence and my self-esteem, although that was already boosted already. Y'all just added to it, and it was so nice to experience that. So now we're in our fourth and last section of the video. I just wanted to mention what I'm gonna be doing with my channel moving forward. I'm gonna be dedicating time to this channel to maintain the videos and everything. I do have busy seasons of my life where I am juggling more than one things. As you guys know, I have 2 other channels. I am a full-time student doing internships around these times. I live on my own, certain things like that. You know, it's just a lot to take care of when you're a young adult. But I am planning to really maintain this channel consistently, especially if I'm getting a lot of engagement on this channel. I am going to be even more excited to post my videos and everything. But I'm going to post regardless, because this is my journey, and I feel like in the future I'm going to want to look back on my journey to see how I've grown. And regardless, I'm posting, and I want to build a community here. I want y'all to feel free to, you know, engage in a community sense, like to know that you're not alone on your own journeys, and to know that y'all have a big sister here, little sister, whatever it might be, to help y'all on your journeys. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna be posting on my community tab a lot on this channel, so I want y'all to definitely keep up to date with that community tab section. Please engage with me over there and ask your questions. If you need motivation, if you need inspiration, y'all know where to find me. I will definitely be on that community tab, okay? Yeah, that being said, this is considered our first weekly lock update, honestly. And next week, I'm most likely going to be giving y'all another lock update, so please look forward to that. I plan to make my lock updates to y'all informative as well. If y'all want to know anything specific about locks, please comment in the comment section so I can do my research and I can give y'all the real life experience to attach to that. I don't want to hold y'all here hostage for too long, you know. I'm gonna end the video now, but thank you for tuning in. Thank you for giving me your time, and I hope that y'all will stay inspired and stay blessed. and motivated and disciplined in your own journeys. You got this. Keep going no matter what. Okay, as one of my favorite bishop always says, we are on top and we're going higher. So keep that mindset as you approach all of the rest of your days and everything that you got to do. Just know you're victorious and you're successful and you're beautiful and you look damn good doing it all. Okay, that being said, I will see you guys in another video on my channel. Bye.